I don't typically share extensive personal details on social media, but in lieu of some situations that folks around me are going through, I felt it on my heart to share a bit of my story. This isn't for any gratification for myself. In fact, it's not about me at all. But if it gives one person a sliver of hope to get out of a toxic friendship or relationship, then it's worth it. If it gives one person the strength to remain sober for just one day, 1 week, 1 month, then it's worth it. I'm tired of going to early funerals, and I'm tired of worrying every time that I hear that somebody else is overdosed. If it's somebody I used to run with, or somebody I'm close to, somebody whose addiction I helped to fuel, my heart is literally breaking because I know what that struggle is. I've been right there. I deal with it every day, some days worse than others. I'm no saint. I'm an unfinished product of my mistakes. I'm an addict that carries two different substance dates that I refuse to let go of. If it wasn't for the people who I disappointed the most, who I hurt the most, who worried about me the most, coming alongside of me and helping me up. But most importantly, if it wasn't for me coming to terms with my struggle and deciding to fight for my life, I wouldn't be who I am today. Is it easy? No, not by any means. It's one of the hardest things that I've ever done. I've lost some of my most cherished friendships. I've lost my best friends. There's someone out there right now with pieces of my heart that I won't ever get back, simply because I can't go back down that path. But is it worth it? Every bit of it. And I couldn't imagine losing what I have right now to take back what I had then. I know that my bills are going to be paid for. I know that I ain't got to worry and want for nothing because some joker down the street has my money because I needed a buzz at the time. I know I'm going to wake up clear-headed and sober-minded with no regrets. And to everyone out there that says addiction is a choice, well, you ain't but half right. Did I choose to do that first line? Did I choose to take that first drink? Yeah, I sure did. But after that, that choice turned into a habit. And that habit started leading to a path of destruction. What started out 15 years ago as a good time and harmless fun gradually went downhill. And in the past 7 years, I've been on that rock bottom. I know what it is to not be able to stop at 2 drinks. I know what it is to have to drink until you get blackout drunk or either pass out. I know what it is to scrape together change because you got to go get another thing down the road. I lost myself entirely. And the thing was, I wasn't raised like that. I grew up in a stable home. I grew up in church, but I knew how to play the part. Addiction doesn't discriminate. And the thing is, it comes to light eventually. You can only hide it for so long. I'm fortunate enough, compared to some. I've got in a little bit of legal trouble here and there. I've got in some financial difficulties here and there. But I know people that have lost their homes, their vehicles, that have given up their kids. You can't tell me that's a choice that they made. They didn't choose that. That voice that's inside their head that they don't know how to silence is choosing that. And until you learn to conquer your mind and to silence that voice entirely and to keep yourself out of those environments and find yourself some positive outlets for your triggers, you'll never win. I know it's not easy, but it's worth it. I gave up a house. I gave up a person I love. I gave up a cat that I didn't think I would ever love, but I did. All because I realized that my sobriety and my future and my well-being were most important. Is that being selfish? No, not at all. I'm not saying the people in my past were bad people. They're some of the most well-mannered, respectful, most talented people that I know of. But you can't fight fire with gasoline. This isn't my first run of sobriety. I've tried it many times before, and I've relapsed many times before. And does that scare me? You bet it does. But I'm not focused on years from now. Yeah, I've got life goals that I'd like to obtain, but in regards to this, I'm focused on this very minute, on this hour. What am I going to do? How am I going to react when things get tough, when things get stressful, when I don't think I can handle things? How am I going to conquer it? And that's the only way that you can handle it, is by focusing on this very minute, on that very hour. You know, I don't know how I'm doing it. I've been around it, and I've straight up refused it. All I can say is there's a higher power up there somewhere that's looking out for me down here. And there's some reason and purpose that I've gone through all this, and it's helped me to conquer it. You know, it may be one little old story, and there's a lot more to it. But if you're out there going through an addiction, if you're going through a toxic relationship or friendship, just know that you're in my thoughts, because I know exactly what you're dealing with.